Hey guys, how's it going? Alex with some more sort of drum lessons and stuff like that. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to show you how to, this is more for the beginners, it's just looking at open hi-hats. I'm just going to stick to a sort of one basic rock beat, and then I'm just going to show you like the number of places where you can, you know, if you're starting off, just where you can lift the hi-hat and then the coordination between your feet at the same time. And it's, yeah, it creates some nice sonic garnish, I suppose you could call it. Alright, so it's just something you can add on to it, and it just, you know, increases your vocabulary and makes your beats sound that little bit more interesting, or just something you can add to your repertoire. Alright, so I'm going to grab my sticks and I'll show you. Okay. So for simplicity's sake, all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with this beat. I'm just going to start opening the hi-hats at various places. So what we're going to do is we're going to, first one I'm going to do, open is on the and of 4, so it's right at the end of the beat, so you get this. Okay, so right, I'll explain it. Now when we get to the end of the beat, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When we get to the and of 4, this is the note we're going to lift. As my right hand comes down to make contact with the hi-hat, it's going to trigger my left foot to come up. So you get this. Okay, you have to have the hi-hat open for this part. Okay, so if you haven't, you undo the clutch, push down a little bit, tighten the clutch up, and hopefully, if it works, it lifts up and down. Okay, so we've got to the and of beat 4. I've made contact with the hi-hat. And so therefore the hi-hat's coming up and my left foot's coming up at the same time. Also, you're going to be preparing to hit the bass drum on beat 1 of the next bar. So effectively what's going to happen is both your feet are going to be coming up and they're both going to come back down on beat 1. So you get this. So this is the last notes, this is the and of 4. So we've got... And as I come back down, I'm going to make contact with the hi-hat and I'm going to bring both my feet down. So if I exaggerate it, I'm going to... let's see what happens. Okay, so both my feet on the end of 4 are coming up, and on back on beat 1 on the next measure, they're coming down. Okay, spin it up. Okay, now I know I've lifted both my legs up just to exaggerate where you lift them, but what I try and do, you don't want to lose too much contact, well any contact really, with your hi-hat pedal. Okay, so I would just lift my toes up really to get that. It doesn't matter what you're doing with your bass drum. You might be playing heel up, you might be playing heel down, but either way, just try and make sure that your hi-hat your left foot keeps in contact with that hi-hat pedal at all times. Should we look at another place? Okay. Let's do on the and of 1. So we get this. Okay, for this one, what I'm going to be doing, as I'm going to play beat 1, my right foot's going to come down, and as I hit the and of 1, my left foot's going to come up again as I make contact with that hi-hat. Okay, and it's going to come down again as I hit my snare drum on beat 2. Okay, so your feet are going to be going right, then left. Okay, so they're sort of stepping on this one. They're not together. There's one, then the other. So we've got right foot down, left foot down, and then we carry on with our beat. One more time, slowly down, down, tick, pace, pace, stop. Speed up, here we go. Okay, so on that one you can see right foot came down and then the left foot followed it on the way up on the second, on the end of 1. Let's do an open hi-hat at the same, on beat 1, so we get this. Now this one most of you might find a little bit trickier than the other two. Okay, on this one, because your feet are going to sort of go against each other, so as my right foot goes down, my right foot's going to follow my right hand, okay? So as that comes down, and then I'm going to release my left foot, or just relax my left foot and bring it up. Just the right foot down, so your feet are doing that sort of motion. Okay? And then we close it on the end, so we get this. Okay, so up, down. quite nice. Okay, where else have we got? So we've done B1 and a 4. Right, we've done it on the second note as well. So let's do it at the same time as we open, as we hit the snare drum. Okay, and if any of you are fans of Queen, you'll notice this is something that Roger Taylor was sort of fairly renowned for doing. Okay, so slightly unorthodox, but sounds good. Okay, so as we're going to hit, we go bass, kick, and then we're going to, as we bring our snare drum and our right hand down, we get the hi-hat coming up. That gives it a nice flavour as well. Okay, and once you've got the hang of all those, just start experimenting, sort of like take one bar and then chuck in, right there, I'm going to open hi-hats twice. So I'm going to put one on the and of 1 and the and of 4, which will give us... Or we could do... Oh, this is quite a tricky one. We've got 2 bass drums. Where we got? So on the 3 and the and of 3, we've got a bass, 2 bass drums. So we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and. So let's put one on the and of 3. So you get this. Which one sounds very nice as well. So for this one, again, beat 1 is beat 3. We'll go from there. Beat 3 is a bass drum up that. The and of 3, again, my bass drum's coming down as my left foot's coming up, and then you're going to bring your left foot down, get that snare drum, so you get there, down, and tick. Okay, so on that one I was lifting the hi-hat on the and of 3 and the and of 4. But you can just sort of piddle about, have a go at doing a whole variety of different options, and hopefully learn something new. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys out, especially you sort of beginners, just wanting to know how that sort of the system works. Well, not really the system, but how the whole lifting the hi-hat and getting it, getting your feet sort of like slightly independent from each other and stuff like that. But it's a good exercise, and it can just make any beat you already know, just start chucking them in at random places and start creating your own style and your own sort of sound. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. Smack the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're a first-time viewer. If you are watching, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, there's a whole load of them, ranging from beginner stuff to some more advanced stuff, and then some exercises and some fill ideas and stuff like that. So check them out. Alright then, until next time, look after yourselves, and yeah, keep an eye for more videos coming. Alright, thank you.